Hello and welcome back to another RuneScape 3 update video where a new Yak Track has been released, and that's going to be what we're going to focus on to start with. So the new Yak Track, there's been some changes made to the way it's been done, and first of all, one of the things which I think we can all agree on is when doing Yak Track, skill and kill was always the one you went for. It was just so easy to do, and it was just really passive progression. Now, Jagex have taken this on board and actually increased the amount of skill and kills which are in this Yak Track to 20. So 20 of these 50 ranks are skill and kill tasks, which just means that between, I think it's like every 2 or every 3 of them are skill and kill, meaning that, yeah, you've still got to do other things between that, but it's just a lot more of them that are in there, which is really cool. As well as that, this is focused around the Elder God Wars, and there's some really cool rewards, including this cool Drake of Jazz pet, which is at level 50, which is a premier reward, as well as some really cool other things like the Neophyte's outfit cosmetic override there, which looks pretty cool, which is a free thing, as well as the 2H crossbow, which is also free. Also, they've increased the amount of tasks which state to earn marks of war to try and promote a bit more bossing throughout this Yak Track, which I think it fits really well with what the theme of the whole Yak Track and the current updates are. And as well as this, if you are a Premier Track user, you will get a 25% experience buff, which increases by 1% for every 5 tasks completed up to tier 45, and then another 16% at tier 50, and that will be shown on your buff bar, which I think is really cool. But, of course, this doesn't apply to Iron Man accounts. Following this as well, there are some other changes. So, where we've previously been told to do a certain amount of things like Herbalore and thieving, it's actually now just based on experience rather than completing certain tasks within that skill, which just means that you're a bit more open to doing, you know, what you want within the skill, which is cool. Next up, there's been a clarification as to what was presented by the Ninja update regarding a change in ability bars being on screen. Now, originally, there was a bit of confusion as to what was meant, but basically, what is being said is that you can now customize how many additional action bars are visible on any custom interface layout. So, as well, I normally have an action bar at the top left here for my prayers. They've disappeared since the update. Just to get those back is pretty simple. You want to go to gameplay settings and then to your combat and action bar, and then down to action bar, and then here you can see additional action bars. So I've got action bar 6, which is this one down here. I also want to have, I think it's action bar 7, I think. Is that the one? No, that is not the one. It'll be one of these. I can't remember which one it is that I wanted, actually. It might even be 4, to be honest. That's the one, 4, and that's how you get them back. It's pretty simple to do. And they just wanted to clear up that this doesn't mean that you can customize which action bar presets are visible on any custom interface layout and stuff. It's literally just that you can customize how many additional bars are visible on a custom interface. So next up with the patch notes, I want to focus on the Senntisten Archaeology, where they've improved the stained glass windows that appear in Sentinel's Cathedral. Of course, I've not repaired them yet, so I kind of don't get to see that, which kind of sucks, but, you know, won't cry about that. There's also been a hotfix so that clicking outside of the interface no longer prevents players from unlocking a special research for complete the pattern solve puzzle, which I guess helps a lot. Yeah, as well as that, they've done some things with the font, although I did try and look at this because they claim to have updated the mobile and desktop chat system to use the Note of Sans font style, but I haven't really noticed any difference. And as well, they've expanded the chat font size to include values between 10 to 22, incrementing by values of 2, so 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, but those are very minor fixes. Beyond that as well, on mobile, they've made some fixes where sending private messages on the friends list, the chat window now automatically switches to the private tab. Likewise, sending it to other channels will do that as well. They have made a fix on mobile as well, which is that they fix an issue which caused new mobile users to log into the game without a ribbon, which I actually saw someone post on a Facebook community I'm on about that, and I thought, like, are you doing something wrong? But clearly it's a bug, but it has been fixed now, which is good. As well as that, we've got some pretty typical Burthorpe path updates where they've moved the hide tanning option on the Burthorpe crafting tutor to separate the tanner NPC at the edge of the cow field so that interacting with the crafting tutor is less complex. And then they've just changed some other things, like they've adjusted the background colour of the activity tracker ribbon button from blue to green to match the quest icon and stuff, and a few things like that as well. Also, there's been a graphical update to the Restless Ghost, and I'm hoping he pops out. Search it. Nah, he's not here, that's a shame. Anyway, there's been a graphical update to this guy, which is cool, and as well as that, there's been a few changes to the quests, like interaction, so interacting with the coffin now puts the skull inside of it, and stuff like that. just because I can't really show the rest of this in-game, I thought I'd just talk about it on here from the fixes here. So there's been a few changes to the cooking tutors table in Beneath Cursed Tides quest. There's been a fix to an issue that stopped the store assets from being rendered in German, French and Portuguese languages. They fixed an issue which prevented telekinetic grab in the mage training arena, which is pretty funny. The following area task achievements can now be completed on free-to-play worlds, which is Hoof Rot, The Wanderer, Up to the Gods, etc. Just, you know, some general things there. Magical dice no longer stall players' actions, so performing another action, such as moving to a location once you've rolled a dice, will just cancel the dice roll and you'll move, rather than waiting until the dice roll is complete and then delaying and moving you. As well as that, there's been a fix to a lobby error on Steam which caused an NP pop-up to appear for free-to-play users when clicking the membership icon. Now, as for community, and again, I've still not been featured here, it'll happen one day, need a refresh on RuneScape's deep lore, then look no further than Jaxie's amazing story mode series. To be honest, I'm going to check this out. I would really like to look into a bit more about the lore and stuff, because I did back in the day used to be a bit of a spacebar warrior. And I've come to regret it now. As well as that, we've got some cool art here. That is cool as hell. I don't know what that's made out of, but that is really cool. I love it when people like take their craft abilities and produce something really cool with it. It's awesome. As well as that, some Pink Skirts events. We've got Hard Mode Kriara, which is going to be on the 25th of August between 8 and 9 PM game time on World 88. And there's also going to be Stealing Creation, which I have not done in, what, like 10 years or something? That's crazy. Which is going to be on the 29th of August between 5 and 6 PM game time on World 99. Beyond that, we've got some screenshots, just, you know, the standard stuff. Some cool screenshots, actually. I'm a big fan of these. And yeah, that's kind of it. Nothing really else to talk about. I've tried to make this a little bit less sort of in-depth about things that don't really matter. Just keep it a bit more short and sweet. But yeah, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you very much for checking it out. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one.